Draw your sword, knock your arrows, and ready your spellbook. It's time for another episode of the Gamesmen. What role will you play?
Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of our rebranded, rebooted Gamesmen podcast. We're here to play games and to talk about them basically, and with me to help me, I've got, as ever, Gary Amras89. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good tonight. Happy to do a podcast. Can't wait to start it.
Cool,
Been a while to wait.
Yeah. Well, I've had a few little issues myself, I guess. If I sound a bit weird tonight, it's because I'm on some new medication that constantly makes me want to feel like chucking up. But I always feel like I'm going to spew. So if I disappear for a bit, it's because of that. Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, so let's get straight into it, I guess. What have you been doing for the past couple of weeks, Gary?
Well, Courtney got her gallbladder removed the week after our last podcast, and she's doing a lot better now, so that's always good. She had 30 to 40 gallstones removed and her gallbladder removed.
Jeez.
And I don't know about other people, but I think that's a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what the average number of removed gallstones is, but yeah, it does sound like quite a large number. That's pretty crazy.
I'm going to go and saying like 10 at the most. I can see why she was in so much pain. I just wish they would have let her keep it, but they're doing it for some kind of conference, or they're keeping them for some kind of conference because
For science.
yes, for science. Because they took it out using a robot, and because she had the most gallstones out of anyone that they've done it with, they're using it for science. So that was interesting, but she's doing a lot better, so it's very nice to have her actually feeling better and not in so much pain that she was in before.
I can imagine, man. That can't be comfortable.
Oh, she wasn't very happy then, but she's actually laughing now and everything, so it's always nice. But game-wise, I've played and completed 2 games. Actually completed 2 over this weekend. The first one I completed was Far Cry 3. And let me tell you, Far Cry 3, I've been wanting to play it for a while, and on the fall sale that they had on Steam, it was only $7.50, so I was like, I gotta pick that up. So I got that game, and I couldn't put that damn game down. It was so good from beginning to end. I like doing all the side stuff, you know, getting the towers, getting, what are they, like encampments and stuff.
Mm.
And I just did all those. I did most of the hunting missions, got all my stuff upgraded, did some of those, what were they called? I guess you call them bounty hunts or whatever, but those things where you had to kill like a certain person. And the only thing I didn't like is you had to kill everybody with a knife. It would have been nice. I played Blood Dragon earlier this year or whatever, and they had like kill him with a rifle, kill him with a pistol, kill him with a bow. So I like doing that more than actually having to kill him with just a knife every time, because in the later on in the game it just became really easy to kill him with a knife, because I've killed so many with a knife, and I got really good at sneaking around and going around and surpassing all the other guys, taking out with a knife and just running away in the end. But the story of the game was really good. The ending was kind of insane, what you could do and stuff, or what you could have done to finish it, but I don't want to spoil the end of the game for anyone. But I really enjoyed playing it, so I guess I can't give that game enough praise, really.
Yeah.
It came out, it came out December last year, right?
Yeah, I think so. I remember I played it in January when I got my card because it came with it.
Yeah.
Graphics card. And yeah, it was great fun. I need to finish it off. I haven't actually played both endings, so I need to try the other ending at some point.
That's the thing. I should have saved before I did the last bit. Just made a separate save so I could have done both. Of course, I didn't know there were multiple endings, so... Yeah, I would like to see what happens at the other one, but I felt like it was morally wrong to do it. So I didn't go along that path.
Yeah, that's understandable. I think most people kind of did the same thing we did, but
Probably.
yeah, we're getting dangerously close to spoilers, aren't we?
Well, we're not saying too much, and
Yeah.
not telling what happens. That's good at least. Not even mentioning character names. But the other game I finished was Dishonored, and that game I played it. Played it a couple months ago. One of Courtney's friends gave it to us, and I played the very beginning. I just wasn't feeling it. I didn't really like it at all. And then I bought it on the Steam sale as well, and started playing it. And then I got past. You have to play at least like the first hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, and you have to get your powers before the game really starts to take off. Because at the beginning you're just going around with a sword and that, and you're trying to kill people, or trying to kill people, not kill people, depends how you're playing the game, because there's achievements and stuff for not killing anybody in the game. But a second playthrough, I kind of want to do that. Try not to kill anybody at all. But it definitely picks up once you get that first power. And which one was that? I think it was the one where there's one where you can see like in the dark and see people's silhouettes and stuff. And then there's also fast teleporting kind of thing. And I really, really enjoyed doing that, because you could use that, and say somebody's in one place coming towards you, you could actually teleport, like fast travel or whatever, to the other side of them, and then go up behind them and take them out. And it was so much better for like choosing how you wanted to go about, taking somebody out. And especially if somebody saw you, like I would go and be, say, behind cover, but I could go up on this ledge to get out of the way so nobody could see me. So I would go up on that ledge and go around them. Because I tried my best not to kill people, but in the end, if somebody did see you, an alarm or whatever, or they would bring like 3-4 guys with them anyway, so you couldn't take them out at that point. But I really, really enjoyed the different types of paths you could take to complete some, because you can either do a lethal or non-lethal way of neutralizing a target. So a couple of them I killed them because I thought they deserved to die, and a couple others I was like, I don't want to kill them, so I'm going to try to do this other way. And like in the end, whenever you did neutralize them the non-lethal way, like the person would say, this is maybe what's going to, at least the 2 or 3 that I did. The one I did there, he's like, I'm going to take and put him in a dark hole and no one's ever going to see him again, pretty much. So it was nice to know what happened to him, so you didn't have to like go, what happened? Did they just disappear? Did you take them and pay them money not to talk or something? So it was nice to find out what they actually did do, or was going to do. But another game I've been playing, I have this obsession, my guilty pleasure of gaming is point-and-click adventures. I really like The Walking Dead and all that stuff, but the type of point-and-click adventures I really enjoy are the Sherlock Holmes games. I can't even remember the name of the developer. It's Frogware or something like that. And they make all the Sherlock Holmes games, and I really enjoy those. Well, I got another game I didn't even know was made by them. It's called Dracula Origins, and it's another point-and-click adventure. With the Sherlock Holmes games, you get items, and you combine items to figure out how to complete puzzles and everything. So this game is like the same way. You even start out with a box of matches, like you do in the Sherlock Holmes games. The exact same art for the box of matches and everything. So I was like, wow. But I am enjoying the game. I'm over halfway through it. It's I don't even think it's before the Sherlock Holmes games, but it doesn't play as well because you have to click where the person walks. In the Sherlock Holmes games, you could choose to be in first person or third person perspective. And with this one, it's only third person. And you have to click where they're moving and everything. And I'm not a big fan of that exactly for this one, or at least these kinds of games. It still works. I'm still enjoying it. Puzzles are neat. I don't think there's enough of them really, but it's still a lot of fun to play through. And I plan on beating that in the next week.
Cool, man.
But the big thing about my gaming has been the Steam sale, because everything I've been playing has pretty much been from that. Another game that I played on the 360 and I played all the way through was Trials Evolution, and I picked up the gold edition for Steam or on Steam, and I started playing a little bit of that. And I know I beat a few of your times, Dan, and you beat them back and everything. It's more of the it doesn't matter for the smaller courses, I don't think, but it's those bigger ones. Like, what was the one that you did insane on?
Giga Track.
Yeah.
I haven't. Actually, it was quite a bit less than 10 minutes when I went back to my 360. I think it's more like 7 minutes. But I haven't managed to do it on the PC yet. So
Yeah, Giga Track, you're insane. I couldn't beat that at all. But it's definitely those higher up tracks that, it's the bigger challenge, and going up against your friends and everything, trying to outbeat them on that's fun. Same thing with Pinball Effects. I know Chris, Holy Headshot, we kind of put up a challenge. I told him I was going to beat some of his scores and everything, or I was going to try to beat some of his scores, so we could have a little bit of fun competition between it.
cool, man. I'll have to get in on that, I reckon.
Oh, it's fun. I really like it. And another game that I have picked up on the Steam sale, Lego Lord of the Rings. I started playing that, and I put about an hour in, and I'm sure almost everybody's seen the movies. I'd hope so. If not, what is wrong with you? But I got to where you're in the forest pretty much right at the beginning of the movie, a little bit after the beginning of the movie. But I got to the part where the Black Rider is, and you have to get around him and everything. And I remember listening to an earlier podcast with you and Steve on it. It was a while ago now, really. And you said a part where you throw something in a honey hive or honeybee hive, falls on his head, and he runs away. I haven't gotten that far yet. I pretty much got a few, because you have to make it past him a few different times.
Yeah.
So I think I'm actually right there. I was about to do it, but I got off. But I'm enjoying the game just because I really like the Lord of the Rings movies, and just the thing that Lego games do is, funny little things. And like right at the beginning, like the opening cinematic to it, where they're showing where the people get the rings, or the dwarves, the humans, and everything. The one human gets the ring, or all 9 humans get the ring, and one of them drops the ring on the floor, and he grabs it up real fast. He's like looking around. I really enjoy all the funny quirks that they have about the game. So it's nice because you've watched the movie like 100 times, and just seeing stuff that makes it funny and funny to play it through and watch. It's really nice. So I'm definitely going to keep chugging along with that game.
I need to install it again. I haven't played it for ages. It's good fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to
find the disc.
I'm definitely going to be playing more of that this weekend and everything, since I have a 3-day weekend. I'm going to try to do as much as possible, really. Next week's going to be the big one. Actually, I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. 10 days off is going to be gaming heaven for me. It's going to be so nice.
Yeah, man, that's going to get plenty of your pile of shame sorted out, I reckon.
My pile of shame is 1 million games long, just because of so many. Just so many. I buy way too many games on Steam because it's so cheap. $5 games. I'm just like, I mean, why shouldn't I buy that?
Yeah.
So, speaking of Steam, another game I bought on the sale. Euro Truck Simulator 2.
I love that game.
Yeah, I started playing that just because you were talking about it and everything. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. It's only like $7 or something like that. So picked it up, played about an hour of it, did I guess you could say the tutorial, and then I finally got my business and did another quest ride thing. I don't even know what to say. Oh, I guess you call it a job, where it's a 3-hour ride, and the 3-hour ride took me about a half an hour. So that was nice that it wasn't actually 3 hours, but it was a lot of fun. Parking, or I guess not exactly parking, but like moving the the truck into the right position, like backing it up and everything. It's just weird doing trailer or moving a trailer around and that. Yeah, parking the truck just isn't easy to. I guess I'm not used to backing a trailer in. I know whenever I was younger, trying to, there was like a little attachment onto the tractor my dad had, and we'd fill it up with rocks and have to dump it somewhere. And I was not very good at that. Of course, I was only like 12 at the time whenever I was trying to do that stuff. So I think I'm a little bit better now that I know how a car really works. But it, still, like, there's this one part with the 3-hour drive. I missed the turn off. I was like, crap. So I went and just, it was like an off ramp, and it went down over a hill and went under a bridge. So I passed it, and I went on the on ramp where the cars come up onto the road, and I just completely turned the truck around trying to get around. And it's not like a car, you can't really do that. So my trailer was turned sideways with the truck, and I was dragging the trailer over the hill trying to get my damn truck to make this turn. It took me like 5 minutes to do it. It was horrible. But it was so much fun. Oh my god. But yeah, Euro Truck Simulator. If you want to play a simulation game where you drive a truck around and want to act like you're a real truck driver, and I don't know, pick up the game.
Yeah.
You'll have fun. I'm sure, if you pick it up cheap on Steam, like $7 or whatever I paid for it, it's perfectly fine for the couple of hours you may put into it.
I put loads more into it actually when I played it, and it's quite cool. You can edit the radio stations, so you can actually put real radio stations in and listen to actual, your favorite radio stations whilst you're playing. So that's kind of cool. And yeah, the reversing does take a little while to master, but it's a lot easier if you can use a wheel and pedals, because it's not as sensitive, and it can be a bit twitchy with the keyboard, can it?
Yeah, that's probably it. It didn't seem to want to back up right whenever I was trying to do it that way as well. It seemed like it was taking a while to turn, maybe because you're not doing it with a real wheel. Yeah. So, it's I guess compensating and going really slow for that. But it's kind of difficult to figure it out. But it's still a lot of fun to try to do. It's definitely a challenge. So I would say pick it up, for cheap if you want to try to play a game like that. It's fun. And the last two games I'm going to talk about just really quick. Monster Hunter, play a little bit more of that with Steve, and Yoda the Third. He just picked up the game. He got it for $15. I don't know if he got it on Black Friday or he just found it for really cheap. But for $15, I've put over 100 hours in that game, and if you're gonna get a game for $15 and put that much time, it's definitely worth it. Like, I got it for $40 because whenever I picked it up, Steve told me there was a deal going on to go get it. And $40, 100 hours, that's more than enough time for that, for a game. Because you pay $6 for Call of Duty or something, and for someone like me, I really only like single player. I'm not a big multiplayer fan. I'll play it, but I won't play it for long. I'll play until it, wears out on me, and then I'll probably go back every once in a while. But, you get an 8-hour game and you're playing 100 hours in this one. It's definitely a lot nicer. And the last game I have been playing is Guild Wars 2. And Winter's Day has come as of yesterday. Indeed. With Ascended Crafting and everything, and Winter's Day is just such a fun update that they have for it, and it's so, you can't really say colorful because it's all snowy, but just so much going on. They have so much stuff like the Bell Choir, the jumping puzzle, which is a really neat jumping puzzle, and they brought back Tix this year, and Tix is a very cheerful Asura, I guess you could say, like Santa. He has a gigantic golem airship kind of thing, and he brings toys to Tyria and, well, the whole land of the Guild Wars universe. And it's it's a fun area to be, or you get to go into the balloon or ship or whatever and do some a bunch of different stuff. It's just a lot of fun to do. I know me and Dan are definitely going to get into it. Holy headshot, Chris. I know he's gonna get into it. He's been, at least on Everyday Gamers, he's talking about Guild Wars and everything, wanting to get more into it. And I think this is like the perfect time for someone newer that wants to really learn about Guild Wars, to see what they do in these big festival kind of things. It's just, I remember Christmas last year. I had so much fun with it. And same thing with like Halloween and everything. The really big festivities they have are just great. And I don't know. I can't stop playing the damn game. I want to take a break. I just can't. But that is all my gaming for now, I would say, or for this week. What have you been playing, Dan?
Yeah, some of them's quite similar actually. Dishonored. I haven't got as far as you. I've just got to the part where you get your powers. Just past that. I didn't have any time to play it, and I was like, right, I really want to spend, a day just playing this, and so I'm just waiting for a time when I don't feel like utter crap, so I can play it for a whole day.
And so, that you're not playing Guild Wars 2.
Well, yeah. Also a bit of Trials Evolution Gold because I had to beat those times back. I couldn't let you beat me. So yeah, a little bit of that. Obviously Guild Wars 2, and I'm getting quite close to having my first bit of Ascended Armor. I'll have it in about 3 days, so that'll be good. And yeah, on my phone, I downloaded the Scum VM app and installed my old Secret of Monkey Island files on it. So I've been playing that on my phone, which I love that.
So you took the files from your computer and put it onto your phone?
Yeah. You basically just copy the files straight into a folder on the phone, and then point Scum VM to where the files is, and it just plays it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, actually, I've also played a little bit of the first Discworld game, because I wanted to check it was working. So
what's that game?
It's basically, it's just called Discworld. It's based on Terry Pratchett's novels.
Okay.
In fact, it's based on loosely on one of his books called Guards, although it's with Rincewind rather than with the Guards. Yeah, good fun, brilliant humour. I mean, it's got Eric Idle in it, so he's quite a funny chap. Yeah, really like it. Just need to play it a bit more. I've been just playing a lot of Guild Wars, really. Oh yeah, and my goddamn Galaxy Gear watch strap broke, so I'm a bit annoyed about that. There's a little pin in the strap.
Okay, so it just did you is that a high stress area, I guess, for it?
No, not at all. No idea why it did it. So I took that into the store today, and I was just out of the 28-day returns policy, so they couldn't just replace it. So that's being sent off for repair, hopefully soon. They didn't even have a code for it because I guess I'm the first person with Carphone Warehouse to have to send his in for repair. Okay. Yeah, so no idea how long that's going to take. It'd be nice to have it back soon. It feels weird not wearing it now.
You got so used to it in those couple of weeks.
Yeah,
actually,
and
it's been about a month now, hasn't it? 3?
Yeah, it's been a month or so, and I really, it's handy for checking messages and stuff when I don't want to, look at my phone or whatever. I can just see.
It's definitely nice for that, such a big phone, not having to pull it out all the time.
Yeah, and I can control what I'm listening to, turn the volume up and down, play, pause, skip tracks. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of nice. Again, not having to get the phone out of my pocket, so less likely for some thieving oik to try to steal it from me if it's not getting out of my pocket.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really want it back. It's only been a day.
Jeez. I'm gonna guess probably a week, hopefully at the most.
Yeah, hopefully, but we'll see. Might get delayed with all the Christmas post and stuff. Never know.
Can't be that hard to replace a strap.
Yeah, well, the strap itself has got a speaker and microphone in it and a camera. So I think they'll replace the metal part of the strap where it's broken, hopefully. It looks like a fairly easy job.
Yeah.
And if they can't do it, then I'll have to take it to a jeweler's and get them just to, braze the pin back in place and hope that it stays put.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's about it, though. I've been playing, really. Yeah.
Actually pretty short this week for this section.
Yeah.
Not like 45 minutes long like last time.
Okay, well, we're going to take a little music break here. So I hope you enjoy the tune. I've got no idea what it is because Gary's doing that. And, we'll be right back with the news.
We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Skrillex ablaze the fire, make it fun them. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound, boy run. And we will end your week just like a Sunday.
Okay, news. Right, it's Gary. I've got no idea what this one's about, so I'll let you take it.
Okay, so this first one is called Granite SDK version 2.0, now available, reduces PS4, PC, and Xbox One memory usage by 75% for texture streaming. And apparently what it's going to do is it's going to make it so for better textures popping up, helping with the streaming of the quality. I'm guessing helping with like the Twitch streaming and everything. But pretty much what it's going to do is it's going to make it so like the graphics and everything in the games are going to look better. It's going to make your consoles or your PCs run faster. And it's just going to make everything look a lot better and run good.
Well, I think basically what it allows the developers to do is create a single big texture like that of the terrain. And instead of having to keep all that entire texture resident in the memory or split the assets before, they have an automated process that loads and unloads subsections of the texture as and when they're needed, rather than having to keep the whole area in the memory. So you should see less of things popping, coming into view if you've got a slower system.
Yeah, you probably have a better understanding of really what this can do than I would. You're big into, especially at least with the PC side, you should know like that kind of stuff, especially with graphics and graphics cards and everything.
That, but I don't really.
Just talk big game.
Yeah. This next bit made me laugh. There's this guy in Nottingham in the UK who
I'm hoping everybody knows about this by now.
Yeah, he's been left really, really pissed off after mistakenly buying a photo of the box of an Xbox One. He thought he'd paid £450 for an Xbox One, but yeah, he received a picture of it in the post, and the sellers actually wrote on the back of it, "Thank you for your purchase," which I thought was brilliant. But this chap said, he's been made he's had to make a joke out of it because he was so angry.
I would have been fuming if I would have done it, but didn't it say on the eBay thing, it's like you're buying a photo of the Xbox One?
Yeah, and he's quoted in the interview saying, it said photo, and I was in two minds, but I looked at the description, and the fact it was in the right category made me think it was genuine. Yeah, a genuine photo. Actually, the sellers didn't even use a decent printer. It looks like it's running out of ink. There's banding across it. But actually, the news is actually quite good for this guy because eBay are forcing the sellers to refund him, and CEX have actually given him an Xbox One.
So he bought a picture of an Xbox One by mistake, got a refund for it, and got a free Xbox One out of it.
Yeah.
Like, how
Shammy
can you
bugger.
not go better than that?
Yeah, so he's up on the deal there, really, isn't he? So
Oh, so lucky.
Actually, no, I don't really care because I don't want an Xbox One.
You would if you got it for
or a
free.
PS4. Yeah, I know, but I would have had to have spent £458 because he got charged £8 packaging for the photo.
Yeah, how do you get charged that much for something that's weighs
Well,
nothing?
I guess they wanted it to be kind of seem realistic of how much it would cost to ship one. But
So wrong.
yeah, this guy's a complete tool. I don't think he should have got a free Xbox One out of it.
I want to know why they sympathized with him enough to to actually give him one.
Yeah, I mean it's nuts. But actually, there was an Xbox One retail edition. Sorry, on eBay, Xbox One Day One retail packaging, which received 80 bids and sold for £7,200. Which
what?
really does sound like it's just the packaging.
Yeah, just like the box for it or something.
Yeah.
I know
But,
people are buying the box with the day one achievement and everything for at least $100 and stuff like that. Which
That's
for an achievement that it's not even worth anything. It just says you're a day one purchaser, and you're not a day one purchaser. I don't know.
Yeah.
People.
But yeah, yeah, he's a lucky man.
Oh my god, yeah. But the next news is about Xbox One also. This one is about the update that came for Xbox One, which is fixing multiplayer and the smart glass. And what this did was it addressed the issues with people coming in and out of connections with the smart glass, the multiplayer issues for rejoining games, inconsistent notifications for players, and dashboard performance. It also gives improvements for the Xbox One TV, and then wireless network drivers were improved for connectivity issues. So I guess they're fixing a couple of those things that happen with the day one purchasers and everything, where stuff isn't going to work right, and they're making their changes pretty quickly because it's only been out for 2 weeks now, as of Friday, I believe. So it's good that they're getting their stuff out pretty quick, getting these consoles up to snuff. Hopefully everything from now on starts running a lot better. I'm sure after the first batch of the consoles have been had their issues and everything, I'm sure with the second batch that they actually do ship out, I'm guessing that the next batch is a fresh batch that comes off the production line, so there shouldn't be too many really at all that are going to have issues. And updating it's definitely nice to keep it going.
Indeed. Well, the penultimate bit of news is about the Steam box. The 300 beta testers for the Steam box have been selected, and by now have been notified that they'll be getting to get their sweaty little paws on one. Unfortunately, that Valve basically did plan to have the beta worldwide thing, but because of regulatory problems, they've had to restrict it to just the US, which is a bit of a shame because I was hoping to get my hands on one.
It's okay, but, I didn't get one either, or I haven't seen an email or anything. So.
Yeah, so a bit of a shame, but these things happen. But the good news is there's an early Steam OS version coming, download coming actually this Friday. So probably if you're listening to this now, it's available. But they do warn it's for experienced Linux users only at the moment because it's still very early. But the lucky few that are getting their Steam machines, if you're one of those, it's being shipped on December the 13th, so you should have it in time for Christmas.
That is a nice Christmas present.
It is indeed.
Too bad I didn't get one. I was hoping.
Yeah, well, so was I, but no, that didn't happen. But yeah, also if you're one of the 300, you get a nice little badge to put on your profile so that people can really hate you.
Damn it, I want a badge.
Yeah.
Love those Steam badges. They're like better than achievements. But our last little piece of news is about the Elder Scrolls Online. It is coming out for the PC, Mac, PS4, and Xbox One. It's debuting in April, and it's debuting in April for the PC and Mac, right?
Yeah, it's April the 4th for PC and Mac, I believe.
At least it's not the first.
Yeah.
It's like, god damn it, they lied. Which is kind of weird because, I've been, I guess I can say this because it's not saying anything about the game. At least from what the user agreement said, I'm about to talk about, but I can't say anything about the game.
Right.
But I've been in 2 of the betas so far, and that's been in 3 months, I think. So they haven't really beta tested that much, and what I've seen so far, I'm not enjoying it too much. It's mostly an Elder Scrolls game and not an MMO per my.
You're talking about the game.
I'm not saying anything about the game. I'm just saying my thoughts about how they're working it. But
Right.
It's mostly Elder Scrolls, so I'm saying if you like Elder Scrolls games, you'll like this because they don't give you incentive to play with people as far as I've seen. Hopefully in the next beta they'll have something, but they actually work skills into it now, and I like the skills for it. It's fun.
What?
It looks nice for an Elder Scrolls game as well. It's mostly like I would say it has the same graphics as Skyrim, so that's nice for an MMO as well because you don't get too many of those MMOs that are really graphically out there either.
No, not at all, because they try to have the biggest player base possible. That means having to cope with people with crappy PCs. But yeah, if you want to get hold of it and you don't want it on the PC or Mac, it's coming out in June next year. I don't have an actual date yet for the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One. So yeah,
June
good
4th. We'll just put it out there now. Saying June.
I don't know about that.
It's in June of 2016.
Okay, well, I guess we're going to take another quick little break, and then we'll be back with our Quest of the Week kind of giveaway thing, and then we'll get out of here. Okay, Quest of the Week. Well, don't really have one, do we?
Not really a Quest of the Week. This one is mostly just going to be a giveaway. I guess I'll take this since I'm the one giving this stuff away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is instead of saying, okay, we're going to give away this one game, I'm going to do something different, and I'm just going to put out a bunch of games. I believe it's 14 games. I have 14 games. And pretty much all you're going to have to do is email the show. I don't care what you say. It'd be nice if you said, or if you gave us something like maybe a question for us or something, that we can use, read out on the show or something, or help us with like some RPG stuff. And we're trying to figure out a few things. So, give us some thoughts on the show. But really all it is email, and you can win any game you choose out of this group. Also, these are on the PC right now, or this week. Right now I have Sanctum, Witcher 2, Rise of the Triad, Age of Empires 2, Final Fantasy 7, Worms Revolution, Super Street Fighter 4, Trials Evolution, Dark Souls, Contagion, Dragon Age Origins, and LA Noire. So if you want any of those games, just email the show and you have a chance to win one of the games. And I would say a few of those games are definitely something that people should play. I still have to play Dragon Age Origins. I've been wanting to play that for a while. So hopefully I'll get some time in that. But Dark Souls, who doesn't want that? Trials Evolution. You can try to beat me and Dan. Try to beat our scores. Mostly Dan. Dan's good at any game like that.
I'm alright.
But I would say we have a few games that people should like. So I figured, instead of saying, oh, you can win Barbie 2010 or something, I don't know. But I figured, put a bunch out there because maybe a lot of people aren't going to want this game, or everyone has this game already. So I figured I'd just put a bunch out there and hope people will want one of them.
Cool, man. Cool. Right. Let's do the cleanup and get the hell out of here. Have you got any shout-outs, Gary?
I got a few this week. I want to shout out Chris, Holy Headshot, for getting Guild Wars, playing Guild Wars with us. He seems to be enjoying it. And also, what's his name? I have
no excuse.
That's his name. We played with him just the other day and taught him a few things. He seems to be having fun playing around. So there are new guild mates that we just picked up, and they seem to be having fun with us. So hopefully we keep them in the guild, and if we keep this up, we may be able to do more dungeons and everything, and I think we'll have a lot of fun.
I think his actual name is Brian. So, hey, Brian.
Hi, Brian. I have no idea what your name is yet. I'm going to guess it's Brian now. So next time I see you, I'll call you Brian. And if it's not, I'll tell you, yell at Dan.
It's just what his Twitter account says.
Oh, okay. I haven't even looked at his real Twitter account. Just see, I have no excuse. I'm lazy. But other shout-outs would be JSS Lifelike and Yoda the Third. Yoda just got Monster Hunter, and we did a gathering mission and one of the first hunts, or I guess you'd call it one of the first hunts. It's an HR. Actually, I think you're an HR1 when you start out. I can't remember if you actually have a rank or you have to move up to it. But we did one of the first hunts, hunting a Koripako and gathering some shrooms. So kind of started getting them into the game. And hopefully we can get on soon and do that again. And of course you, Dan, for helping get this podcast going again. And I think we're having fun. I think
yeah, man.
Next week or next time we do a podcast, I think we'll have a third person on, so everyone should enjoy hearing more than just me and Dan talk. That's it for me. What shout-outs you got, Dan?
Brian and Chris, cheers for coming along into the guild. And thank you for having me on your podcast over at Everyday Gamers. Go and check them out. Great show, and another great show which I'm going to be on in a few hours' time. Well, it feels like that. Obviously, when you're listening to this, it'll be over. And that's over at Iron Hammers with Bobby Gooding. So hello to you, sir. And I guess I should shout out the other guys, but I've temporarily forgotten their names, so I'll have to do that another time. I know one of them's good old Simon, the Diamond Ivanov, but I can't remember the other chap's name. Charlie. There we go. Charmander.
Just call him Charmander from now on. That works.
Yeah. And I think that's about it. Gary, web for the week to come. Where can we find you?
I am on Steam as Amras_89, Skype Amras_89. Oh, I'm going to be on Xbox on Friday playing Reach and Rum. We're going to be playing Halo Reach. No, it's not a reach around. Shut up, Dan. We're gonna be playing some Halo Reach. One of the friends I've played with before, actually, pretty much my cousin and a few other friends, and the wife's gonna be playing. We've played Gears of War. We used to have Beers and Gears Wednesday, Reach and Rum Fridays and stuff like that. But we're actually gonna have another Reach and Rum after like a year or two, and so that's gonna be a lot of fun to actually get back into. So I'll definitely be on Xbox as Amras89. Woo! But I believe that's it for me for this week. So where are you gonna be, Dan?
Well, as ever, I am Hardlydan just about everywhere. I'm probably going to be playing Guild Wars 2.
4219.
So if you're not in Guild Wars, you can just tweet me. That's probably the easiest way to get hold of me, because it's the only thing I tend to pay any attention to, unless it's in Guild Wars. So yeah, Hardlydan pretty much everywhere. And of course, don't forget to check out Iron Hammers over at ironhammers.org. I think they've got some games to give away as well. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Okay, Gary, it's your turn to pay the bills.
All right. You can reach us at thegamesmenrpg@gmail.com is our email, and you can send us some ideas for the show, RPG questions, answer requests of the week. If you answer requests of the week, or just email us in general, you can win a game. I know everybody loves winning games. Prizes are always nice. You can also submit us some MP3s on there as well, and you can, talk to us, anything. We're very people-friendly, I would say. But you can also give us a call on the RPG hotline at 412-267-RPG1. Or you can follow us on Twitter at the Gamesmen RPG. And we actually have new followers.
Well, hey.
The first one is ZFunk007, Golf_Rat, and Holy Headshot. And you can like us on our Facebook page. And we have actually a new like as well. Robnik de Cartilla. I think I got that right. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thegamesmenrpg. No new subscribers this week. And last but not least, we would like iTunes reviews. If you can give one, 5 stars is nice. But speak your mind. Let us know how we're doing. We just started back up. Hopefully we're doing good so far. I think we'll do even better once we get a 3rd person, 4th person on this podcast. It'll be very nice. That is it for this week.
Okay, man, cheers for that. I guess that'll do for this episode too. So on behalf of Amras89, I am Hardlydan. We are the Gamesmen, and until next time, we ask,
what role will you play?